As I sit in silence, the mirror across from me begins to ripple, distorting the reflection that should be mine. I've always thought mirrors were just glass, but now I'm not so sure. Every night it's the same. I lie in bed, staring into the mirror on my dresser, and it starts to change. At first, it was just subtle waves, like the surface of a pond disturbed by a gentle breeze. I'd blink, and it would be still again, my own face staring back at me. But then the ripples became more pronounced, more insistent. They started to form shapes, silhouettes moving within the glass. These figures, they don't look at me, but I can feel their presence, like a weight pressing against my chest. I remember the first time I noticed it. I had just moved into this old apartment, and the mirror was already here, hanging on the wall opposite my bed. It was ornate, with a heavy, gilded frame that looked like it belonged in a museum. I thought it was beautiful, a piece of history, something with character. But now, I wonder if it's something more, something darker.
The landlord had warned me about the apartment's quirks, its strange noises and drafts. But he never mentioned the mirror. Maybe he didn't know, or maybe he was afraid. Either way, I was drawn to it, unable to resist its eerie allure. Last night was different. As I watched, one of the silhouettes extended an arm, reaching out towards me. I wanted to look away, to break the connection, but something held me there, my eyes locked on the mirror. The arm stretched further, and for a moment, I thought it would break through the glass. My heart pounded in my chest, my breath coming in short, sharp gasps. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the movement stopped. I blinked, and the mirror was normal again, my own reflection staring back at me, wide-eyed and terrified. But the feeling remained. A sense of dread settled over me, a cold, clammy fear that seeped into my bones. I couldn't shake it, no matter how hard I tried. I turned on all the lights in my room, hoping the brightness would chase away the shadows, but it didn't help. The fear was still there, lurking in the corners of my mind, whispering to me in the silence. I've tried to rationalize it, to tell myself that it's just my imagination, a trick of the light. But I know better. I've seen the way the mirror changes, the way the silhouettes move, and I know, with a certainty that chills me to the core, that they're not just reflections. There's something else, something other, and they're waiting for me to look away, to break the connection so they can step through. I've started to research the history of the apartment, of the mirror. Maybe, I thought, if I can find out where it came from, who owned it before, I can find some answers. But the more I dig, the more I realize that some things are better left buried. The mirror has a past, a dark, twisted history that I'm not sure I want to uncover. But I can't stop. I need to know, need to understand what's happening to me. The previous tenants, they all left suddenly, without explanation. One family moved out in the middle of the night, leaving behind all their belongings. Another tenant was found wandering the streets, babbling incoherently about shadows and whispers. And then there was the woman who lived here before me. She disappeared without a trace, her belongings still in the apartment, her life seemingly erased. I've thought about getting rid of the mirror, smashing it to pieces and throwing it away, but something stops me. A voice in the back of my mind whispering that it won't make a difference, that the mirror is just a gateway, a window into another world, and if I break it, I'll only be trapping whatever's on the other side in this world with me. I don't know what they want or what they'll do if they ever manage to break through, but I know I can't keep living like this, in fear of the mirror, in fear of the silence. I need to find a way to stop them, to banish them back to whatever world they came from. But for now, I'm trapped, caught between the world of the living and the world of the mirror, with only my own reflection to keep me company.
I've started to notice changes in myself too. Dark circles under my eyes, a pallor to my skin that wasn't there before. I'm haunted, not just by the mirror, but by the fear, the constant gnawing terror that eats away at me day and night. I can't sleep, can't eat, can't think about anything else. It's consuming me, body and soul. And yet, despite it all, I can't bring myself to leave. This apartment, this mirror, they've become a part of me, a part of my story. And I know, with a certainty that terrifies me, that this isn't the end. It's only the beginning. I've started to see them in my dreams, the silhouettes, the figures from the mirror. They call to me, whispering my name, beckoning me to join them. And every night, I wake up in a cold sweat, my heart pounding, my breath ragged, the echoes of their voices still ringing in my ears.
I've tried to reach out to others, to friends and family, but the words stick in my throat. How can I explain something that I barely understand myself? How can I make them see the terror that I see, the fear that I feel? I'm alone in this, trapped in a nightmare of my own making. But I can't give up. I won't. I have to find a way to fight back, to reclaim my life and my sanity. I've started to research, to look for answers in books and online forums. I found others who have experienced similar phenomena, who have seen the shadows and heard the whispers. And I found stories of those who have fought back, who have found a way to banish the darkness and seal the gateway. It won't be easy, and I know that I'm risking more than just my sanity, but I have to try. I have to find a way to break the mirror's hold on me, to free myself from its grasp. And I have to do it before it's too late, before the silhouettes find a way to step through and drag me into their world forever.
I've gathered supplies, candles and herbs and salt, the tools of a battle that I never thought I'd be fighting. And tonight, I'll make my stand. I'll face the mirror and the silhouettes and the fear that has haunted me for so long. And I'll find a way to win, to reclaim my life and my soul. But as I sit here, the mirror looming before me, I can't shake the feeling of dread that coils in my stomach. The silhouettes are waiting, watching, their patience wearing thin. And I know, with a sickening certainty, that they won't go down without a fight. If it gave you chills, hit that like button, subscribe so you don't get lost between worlds, and write in the comments. Are you sure you woke up in your own world? See you in the next story.